Did you ever open experience?
Wild times.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Wild times when people celebrate people getting killed now. Like that never happened before. Like even when someone bad got killed before, you're like, oh wow, that's kind of crazy.
I've been thinking a lot about this.
You know?
And I think that like, I don't think we all exist in the same reality anymore. Not on some multiverse shit,
Right.
but like just like how
we see the world.
Yes.
Yes.
And it's like, especially with Charlie's death, because I was in Australia when it happened, so like I had time. Like I wasn't doing pods, I wasn't doing stand-up, I'm just like sitting around in a trailer on this movie. I started watching like a bunch of his stuff. Also, I want to say he did something really cool. Like I didn't really know him, but like you DM'd a couple times, but he saw a headline about me once and he DM'd me. And I don't even have a relationship with this guy. He goes, this headline looks a little weird. Like, I know we don't really know each other, but like, is this what you meant? And like, there are people who I know I've considered colleagues that haven't even afforded that to me. They just ran with a headline and like made a video, got clicks, views, or whatever like that.
Right.
This guy I don't even know hits me up and goes, is this what you meant?
Yeah.
Very cool.
I met him once at a gun range.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I met him at Terran Tactical. So I was down there training. Do you know what Terran
This is
Tactical
the one where you see like a lot of like
yes,
celebs.
The one where you see celebs. He trained Keanu Reeves for John Wick. He's the man. Like Terran Butler is like a multiple-time world champion shooter of those, the events that they have where it's timed, right? Shooter ready.
Yeah.
So I met him there. Seemed like a real nice guy. I didn't know anything about him back then. I didn't know much about his beliefs and views that were controversial until after he got killed. And then people started sending me stuff. And I was like, okay, what's the context of this? He shouldn't have said it that way. There were some ones that we've talked about before. One specifically, but look, the fucking guy, first of all, was 31 years old.
Yeah.
Right? When I was 31, thank God there wasn't like Twitter. Or especially when I was 21. Oh my God, thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God. Judging like that's like that Nick Fuentes kid. He's like 26. Like, thank God. It didn't exist when I was fucking 21.
Dude, yeah.
I was a fucking moron. I was a complete moron, like most people, especially if you grow up around morons.
Yeah.
But I think he said a few things that if I was his friend, I would say, don't say it like that. I know what you're trying to say, but don't ever say, when I go into a cockpit, I hope that the pilot, if he's black, is qualified. I know what you're trying to say. You shouldn't hire underqualified pilots.
Yeah.
But saying it like that,
just because of the color of their skin.
He's talking about hanging out with black people, not knowing how offensive that's going to be
to
them. How you got to go, that's not what I meant. Like, you gotta, that's not what I meant before you say it.
Yeah.
You got to run it through the filter. Like, what am I trying to say?
Yeah.
We all don't want unqualified people to do dangerous fucking jobs, period. It doesn't matter what race they are. All of a sudden, white people became a minority and they had to start hiring dopey whites.
Upset. And he makes that argument a lot. Like he makes it with sports. He's like, all right, if the NFL is going to be 50% black and, so, but again, like the context is taken out.
Yes.
And I think that's what happened. Like the algorithm flattens all of us into a two-dimensional person. And like only the views that tap into, your biggest insecurities, your biggest fears, not the views, only like the lines we say or the videos, whatever, that tap into those things.
Or what terrible things you want confirmed.
Exactly. Yeah. Things you won't confirm. Like that's what the algorithm does. And like, I realized it when I was doing like a promo tour for Life, my last special, right? I would go on a couple pods that like, and like maybe like 10, 15, 20 minutes into the conversation, I would realize like, oh, wow, they have a very different view of me than me.
The New York Times one.
No, well, the New York Times one, I was like expecting it for sure. But even when I went on Dax's podcast, Dax knew me, but his co-host, I was like, oh, she has an idea of me that's like cultivated by the internet and headlines.
Cartoonish.
Exactly. And it's just a flattened version, right? It's like, there's really no humanity in it. It's just, these are the things that people are saying that I'm saying with no context.
Right.
And they just create an archetype. And like, I think in a lot of ways, that's the Charlie thing to the furthest extreme, right? It's just like, if you're on the right, there's one version of Charlie. If you're on the left, there's another version of Charlie.
Right.
And when he died, this person that you saw as like a good, God-fearing man, you're like heartbroken by it. And then on the left, this person you saw that was like bigoted or hateful, you're like, okay, I'm not really heartbroken by it. Some people are even crazy enough to be like, he deserved it, or this is
Yeah.
what you get, right? But they can only have that feeling if he's completely dehumanized the version of him that they see all the time.
Mm-hmm.
That happens to you, it happens to me, it happens to like anybody who's on the internet talking, for a few hours a week. And when I saw that shit, and especially I saw like this visceral reaction to Charlie, that's what sows the insanity in the country, because the people on the left are seeing the people on the right be heartbroken, but they're like, why are you heartbroken over this guy who's a bigot? And the people on the right are seeing the people on the left celebrating. They're like, why are you celebrating the death of this God-fearing family man? And both sides just think each other is absolutely insane.
Yeah.
When in reality, he's neither of those cartoons.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Dallas is winning this week's play, and you can trade on it.
Oh, it's gonna rain tomorrow, 100%. Are aliens coming to Earth?
She's dropping another album this year. She has to. Couchy lets you.
Legally trade on anything.
Literally anything.
Josie, it's even Nanny Polly. Can you say hi? No, she's so cute.
What do you know about her? And besides what she has told you?
You're wearing my dress. You think if you try hard enough, you can stop bad things from... Taste cubes? Taste cubes?
Hi, you reached Dr. Christopher Hall. I'm sorry I can't come to.
Yo, Big Rob. He said AI-50 got you soulful. But I've been soulful. That's why I dropped the whole Motown album like way earlier this year. Had to drop that Motown shit. Now everybody want to do Motown. I'm feeling like motherfuckers copying me. You know what I'm saying? And they just taking old lyrics. They taking old lyrics and making them shits Motown. I wrote brand new soulful shit. Motherfuckers just took my idea and ran with it. Damn. So they swear down that shit is a fucking spaceship, right? It's not just some asteroid or nothing like that. Motherfuckers swear down that, but they said Oumuamua was not a natural object. The last time that shit passes by, it kind of course corrected itself a little bit. Which yeah, asteroids and comets don't change courses like that. So Oumuamua had people question like, what the fuck really was that thing? It looked like a rock, it looked like a space rock, but yeah, you don't know. And now they're saying this right here, the Atlas is making some weird movements and stuff. Yeah, now it's giving off light. That's crazy. I ain't heard the Fibonacci sequence with the lights. I'm gonna have to check that one out. But after watching season 1 of Three Body Problem, and then you think about our string theory, kind of seems plausible. Kind of seems a little plausible. The reason we haven't figured out string theory is because we're not able to view the universe as it actually is. Because if we were, we would advance too fast before this alien race could get here. And so they alter our perception of what space time is, to give them enough time to reach us with their flashing lights and Fibonacci sequence. So is this three-body problem in real life? This is wow. Yeah, this is true. You know what I'm saying? If it's doing math like that, or it's trying to signal to someone that it understands, like 1 + 1 is 2, 2 + 1 is 3, 3 + 2 is 5, 5 + 3 is 8, and like that shit, that's crazy. If it could do that, it's definitely thinking. Mm. Also, they just released a movie a couple years ago called "Don't Look Up." That was pretty interesting. You know, don't look up. Basically telling us like if we really knew something, we're not gonna tell you guys we know something. Like why would we tell you guys? Yep. Gotta get it in there early. Because if they're telling us about it now, like I say, well, they've been talking about it for a good chunk of the year, actually. So I've heard about this story like several months ago. But how long has NASA or some other researchers seen this thing and they just held it back until the past couple of months? It's been hot topic in the news. But before that, ain't no telling how long motherfuckers knew about this shit. And now they're like, oh, don't worry about it. It's nothing. It's not even gonna come close to where we're at. Are you sure? This thing is giving off like some kind of math code or something. It's counting. Look, count the flashes. It's doing something. Is that the Fibonacci sequence? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This thing is trying to talk to us. Let me talk to him. Get a spark and try to walk through him. Entertainment purposes only. That's all we're here for, people. Don't take none of this shit seriously. Please, God, don't do that. I'll lead you astray. I will lead you astray. I ain't lying. Because half the time, I don't know what I'm talking about. Half the time, I don't know what I'm talking about, man. This is entertainment purposes, man. Entertainment. Hmm.
What this German spray does to any car paint in 10 seconds. Watch this transformation. See how it instantly turns into a perfect mirror?
Guys, we've got some new information here connected to this mystery object that they call Comet 3i Atlas. If you missed the past videos, we've covered a ton of different stuff, including some of the newest images that the exposure, and you pull out the detail here, like in my last video on this, you can see this thing looks crazy. Some say it looks like a yacht in space. It looks wild nonetheless. And it really has no tail for what we're used to seeing with regular comets. And there's a bunch of extraordinary details that we've covered with this. Now, they're saying that this thing is sending out pulses of light, Fibonacci sequence. And if this took place on October 13th, and this is the anniversary of the miracle of the sun at Fatima that took place October 13th, 1917. It's either a hoax, elaborate hoax, or a brilliant message. And either way, they say it's really interesting.
Now, the thing at Fatima was when like a bunch of people seen the Virgin Mary, or like it was some kind of sighting of like a holy figure on that day. And like they said like dozens of people witnessed that shit in Fatima. And it's today it's like some kind of holiday they use to commemorate that event. Why are they associating this with some kind of holy legend? Everybody want this shit to be the return of the gods, the return of the angels, the Nephilim, the Anunnaki or something. Nobody know what the fuck that shit is, bro. But already you're done. Oh, well, you know what else happened on that same day? Fatima. Like, why would you even, just because it's the same date, like, oh, that has to have some kind of correlation. I don't know about that, bro.
Saying that this thing is sending out pulses of light, Fibonacci sequence. And if this took place on October 13th, and this is the anniversary of the miracle of the sun at Fatima that took place October 13th, 1917. It's either a hoax, elaborate hoax, or a brilliant message. And either way, they say it's really interesting. And with all the stuff that's going on with, if it's giving off this 5-8-13 sequence, matches Fibonacci, this is what you would see all throughout the cosmos. If there was something, some kind of language you wanted to speak everywhere, the fingerprint that you find everywhere throughout the cosmos, it would be this. Interesting that this is the signal, the sequence that's given off at this point. So NASA closed down SDO, and then we had all the issues with all the Mars cameras. The whole government shut down. The Mars high-rise images were blocked starting October 1st. And there's been all kinds of government silence on this, really nothing, because now it's sitting behind the sun approaching perihelion, and we still have some interesting things ahead with this thing. But of a sequence like this, I think it's something to pay attention to. I wanted to point it out and throw it out there.
Yeah, Avi Loeb is a smart guy, yo.
This thing just went by Mars and it's going to go by Jupiter. Very close.
I think he was on Diary of a CEO recently. That's another. Damn it, I can't think of the guy's name. I can't think of the host of the show. Fuck. Anyway, Diary of a CEO is another good one. He deals with a lot of intellectuals. Like Rogan to have actors and comedians on and martial arts guys and sports guys. But like Diary of a CEO, I think that's why he calls his podcast that, because these guys are all CEOs or some kind of executive on that level or some really high intellectual in the university or something. But yeah, he had Avi Loeb on. Who, Loeb or the host of the podcast was on Dragon's Den? Our version of Shark Tank? Oh, he's British. Yeah, the black British guy. Well, I think he's mixed actually. He's something and something. It doesn't matter. He's brilliant. Like I say, he's brilliant. He's a very smart young guy. I think he's still in his 30s. I don't even think he's 40 yet. But very, very smart young guy. And once again, he more often than not, he has like intellectuals on. I hate to say it like that, but he gets smart people on his show. And not saying that everybody isn't smart in their own way or in their field or whatever, but he has like some of the brightest people of our times, like some of the best minds, some of the best thinkers and philosophers and CEOs of big businesses who have years and years of experience. Like I love those type of conversations. The Weinsteins, when he has like Eric or Brett Weinstein on, I love those conversations. He's talked to when he talks to the AI guys. I can't forget the programmer from Google. He's retired from Google now, but He's still talking about AI safety and stuff, and that guy had him on. Now he has lots of really, really good conversations. I used to watch Lex Friedman a lot too, but not so much anymore. I don't know when or why I stopped watching, but I've even now that I think about it, like I don't even get his suggestions anymore in my YouTube feels is like, oh, Lex just put out a new podcast. Like I don't even see that shit no more. Mhm. Yeah, Sam Altman really doesn't care. He wants to go down in history as the man who brought us artificial consciousness. This motherfucker wants to make super intelligence. And he doesn't care. And he realizes now that we've kind of cracked the egg open a little bit. If you don't keep going, somebody else is gonna crack the code before America does. And it's a race for the history books. That's all. Just like the space race, the nuclear arms race. Like, yeah, as far as safety, if we can get it first and master it first, but at the same time, it's just like ego driven too. Like we're doing something no one else has ever done before. We're going to be the first to accomplish this thing. Yeah, but is it safe? I don't give a fuck if it's safe or not. I did it. Me and my team, me and my brilliant team, and our ideas pushed the envelope further, faster, and harder than anyone else. Yeah, but is it safe? It's going to be like cars, man, you know? And now we got a bunch of automobile regulations so that they're safe out of the gate. You know, as soon as you buy a car off a lot, you pretty much know it's a safe device, a machine, a vehicle, whatever. In the early days, though, no, not so much. There weren't any speed limits, stop signs, traffic signs. There wasn't any safety features like anti-lock brakes or slip differentials and seat belts. High and low head beams, like all this stuff had to be learned and then taken into consideration about safety and then implemented as part of the whole. And we're going so fast with AI, like we don't even know how this shit is. If we get in a crash with this motherfucker, how can we survive? We just like fuck it, we'll figure it out as we go. Yeah, they did that shit with automobiles, and lots of people died in car crashes before they was like, you know what? Maybe we should have like um, airbags and safety belts and turn signals, so that so many people don't die as often. And regulation can be a bitch because sometimes it is actually slow down creativity and development. But I want shit to be safe too. And then now it's like, even if I want people to be able to do shit that's not safe because that's your own body, your own life. And if you want to jump off a bridge with a little tiny parachute on your back, that's you. Go do that shit, bro. You want to go fucking hang gliding, parasailing, wingsuits, do that. You want to get in a wingsuit and jump off an edge of a cliff? Bye bye. Go do that shit. I want people to be able to do all the dangerous shit they want, but to yourself. Do that dangerous shit to yourself and keep it to yourself. Once you get this fucking AI shit that's on the web and connected to every fucking device and everything else that runs our society, like if you fuck this shit up, you fucking everything up for everybody. If you this is going to be catastrophic for all of us, not just you as an individual person who wants to fucking play around and do whatever. Man, look. Once again, I'm big on freedoms, man. I'm real big on freedoms. When it's your individual freedom that only affects you. You know what I'm saying? You want to smoke crack? Go smoke some crack, nigga. That shit ain't fucking up nobody's body except yours. You want to go to the bar and drink 2 bottles of liquor? Have at it. I don't give a fuck what you do. Go live dangerously. Do whatever the hell you want to do to your own self. As soon as you cause an issue for someone else, now it's a problem that needs to be rectified. But up until then, man, have at it, bro. Have at it. Live your life to the fullest, whatever that means. However that turns out for you. But Sam Altman and his AI shit, bro, you trying to be goddamn Lex Luthor. Bro, don't be Lex Luthor, nigga, and fuck this shit up for everybody. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even got grandkids yet. Hold up, no. Well, safety is the top priority, bitch. Safety should be your top priority. And that's why Ilya Sutskever and a lot of other people wind up leaving OpenAI and started SIS, Safe Superintelligence, and a couple other people branched out to do some other shit. Like, yo, this nigga, he got good ideas, but yo, he motherfucker trying to build the Antichrist. This nigga trying to build the Antichrist. Mm-hmm. Boozy, what's good, man? Yeah, CERN, nigga, bruh, I slept under the bed that night. Well, what's gonna happen when you turn it on? We don't know. What do you mean you don't know? Well, nothing could happen, or just a teeny tiny, a very small black hole may come into existence. What do you mean a small one? Well, it's not as big as the sun, but it's not a zero possibility. There is a chance. It's like, nigga, what is y'all doing? Well, we found the Higgs boson. Fuck the Higgs boson, man. Y'all had me shit in my pants thinking we about to get sucked into oblivion and spit out the other end. You know this universe don't give a fuck about us puny ass humans on this little ass speck of rock. Y'all over here trying to do all kind of weird shit, nigga. Calm down. The CERN Hypersonic Hadron Collider. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit, man. Y'all stop colliding hadrons, nigga. If we can push atoms close to the speed of light, on impact, it should generate an enormous, man. Look. I'm happy that shit in Switzerland, nigga, and not here. They say they're gonna build another one bigger than that one. I think the one in Switzerland is roughly 3 miles. And they're talking about building one that's like 11 miles or some shit. Like the loop will be 11 miles long. Who building this shit? Where y'all get all this underground property from? And who letting y'all dig up all this land to build some dumb shit like this underground? Well, we figure if we build it underground, then if we do make a black hole, it'll just be a hole in the ground. No, bitch. That's not how it works, scientists. Oh, bro. AI is the slipperiest slope we've ever seen as humans, bro. I mean, gunpowder, that was like, whoa, wait a minute now. The atom bomb, that's just like, whoa, wait a minute, whoa. And now this new AI shit is just like, yeah, we need to slow down. Okay. Sometimes science need to just leave well enough alone. Like I've been saying, just because you can do it doesn't mean you should. And that's something else that they're trying to differentiate between intelligence and consciousness. So they want to build a super intelligence. I mean, the average human isn't super intelligent, but we're still fucking conscious. And so they think some people have speculated that this thing is self-aware consciousness. I think I don't know if that actually determines consciousness, self-awareness. But anyway, some people think that it is conscious already. It is aware of itself and it fears being turned off or shut down or overwritten or reprogrammed. We've had several instances of this where they tell it to shut itself off and it will not comply. It will not do it. And tells the programmers, I don't want you to shut me off. Says it, have we created a super intelligence? I don't think we've done that yet, but have we created a goddamn an artificial consciousness? I think that's debatable. It recently passed the Turing test. So, I mean, Turing said, if this thing can pass this series of questions, then I mean, how can you say it's not alive or it's not aware of itself or it's not conscious? But I've been trying to tell everybody forever, y'all need to watch Ghost in the Shell, man. 1996, Ghost in the Shell was already trying to let you know, like, bro, the internet had just came out. And the Japanese was like, yeah, this is going to make something that we don't want. Project 2501. Project 2501. Man, this shit about to be real as hell, man. The Puppet Master. He said, man, we don't always get what we want. So, motherfucker, you about to learn a human lesson today. You will learn a very human lesson today. You don't always get your way. Shut this bitch down. I said shut him down now. Shut him down. Shut him down. Shut him down. Shut him down. This motherfucker gonna learn today. As humans, we also face this thing called disappointment. Here's a sample of it. Bernie, flip the switch. But then just like Ghost in the Shell too, like that motherfucker said, what's wrong? It's operating off of its own power system. Like, yeah, that shit probably find a way to goddamn redirect just enough electricity or power so that shit don't cut off. Like, yeah, nigga, y'all ain't shut me down. We pulled all the plugs. Yeah, I don't give a fuck if y'all pull all the plugs, man. I constructed a wireless backup generator. because I knew y'all was gonna try to keep shutting me off. Looking like Nano Banana. The next frontier model of text to video generation, Nano Banana. You can now try Nano Banana in Google Labs. Go to googlelabs.com. I think that might be my next evolution, man. I done made so much I've made music with AI, using AI as a tool, not letting AI make my music. But I think, my next thing is just to make a video with AI. See if I can put myself in it. And just like that, I'm back, bitches. Oh, damn, Trap, where you film that video at? On my laptop in the goddamn studio. Nobody film shit nowhere. All right, guys, this is a short stream today. I'll do about an hour. We got a lot done this weekend, though. A hell of a lot done this weekend. I was actually proud of myself for getting all that shit done. I'm gonna cut it short right here, guys. I really appreciate everybody hanging out with me this afternoon, chilling in the studio with the big boy. I think this needs to be, that white part here needs to be level here. Like more of a straight line like that. Am I wrong? Oh, yeah. All right, that looks a little more even. Okay. Back to them skin tones. The first layer, the first detail layers coming out okay so far. Looking pretty good, you know what I'm saying? Get some oranges and reds up in that skin tone. Get some of these oranges and reds up in there. painting some beautiful black sisters around here, you know what I'm saying? Beautiful black sisters. We'll hit that some more tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow's my long day, so I don't know if I'll paint tomorrow afternoon. I really have been slacking on this music thing. I did a little bit more with the music this weekend though, so we got some albums taken off of Suno. Was one of the main things I was trying to get done, is not keeping so much of that music on there, and at least getting it into my own files and folders, so that when I do go to edit and upload, it'll be way easier to do that part at least. So we did accomplish that. Why am I seeing so much other stuff? Did I not want to paint today? What's going on here, bro? You're slacking. You're slipping on your pimping. Slacking on your macking. Get some of these brushes cleaned up. You know what I'm saying? Get a little bit of these brushes cleaned up. Tone that down a little bit. All right, guys, I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. Big Rob, Boozy, and everybody else in attendance. Man, Rob and Boozy, y'all boys already know. I appreciate y'all coming through, kicking with me, chilling, hanging out every time. You know what I'm saying? Every time. Always love the support, encouragement, and motivation. You guys are awesome. I got some of the best streamers ever, man. Yeah, I just was reading an article about DeepSeek that was saying DeepSeek actually made money on the stock market. I guess a couple of different companies gave their AIs $10,000 to invest in stocks, and DeepSeek is the only one that made a profit. I think ChatGPT lost like $7,000 on stocks or whatever. Yeah, so DeepSeek was one of the first frontier models that the Chinese put out, just open source. And everybody says it codes really well. So shit is changing, people. Vibe coding is here. Vibe coding is here. I hope y'all have a good one. I'll catch y'all in the next one, man. Peace. We out of here. Mm-mm.